Shit's different in this bitch. Fuck it. I ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead. 2 miles per hour, so everybody sees. Ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead. 2 miles per hour, so everybody sees. You see the European grills, oh the lips glitz. Tank full of Theraflu, cause I be in them sick whips. Brick slip, roll with me, catch a contact. High definition, popping, flipping out the armrest. See, I'm a rider, dipping in the catalog. Just got it fitted on some shit I need a ladder for. Come up in your hood, stunting when I leave, dude.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
I can't deny, I feel I'm such a fly guy. Top chop, call him Sleepy Hollow when they ride by. I know the haters can't stand it. I ain't got a blemish on my Jolly Rancher can. Ride on, ride. Top let down. Weaving through the crowd with the bass up loud. Just slide, glide. On the slab when I creep. Take a bath where you put your ass on them seats. Ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide. Choking on that lead. 2 miles per hour, so everybody sees. Ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up.
What's happening with it?
Choking on that lead.
Yeah. Salute to everybody that's in the building.
Yeah, I hope you got big lungs if you're rolling.
We definitely gonna cook today. Make sure that you tap in. When you tap in, make sure you hit the like button. Jump in the comments. Let me know you in the building. Yeah. Realistic Washington fan, what's happening with it? Real in the building. Marvin Banks, Dank Father in the building. What it do? Salute. Big Dog really in the building. What's happening with it? Man, Big Dog, bruh, I seen that post that old boy posted, man, just straight goofy. Straight goofy, man. I'll probably touch on that a little bit today, too. Salute. Like I said, salute to everybody in the building. Yeah, a lot to cook on, a lot going on in boxing, a lot I want to touch on. So like I said, jump in the comments when you get in the building. Make sure you smash on the like button, and we definitely gonna cook. You know, share this live stream so other people that might not know that I'm on can know. And let's get to it. Let me turn the music down in the background a little bit. 1 second. Yes, sir. Miss Joette, salute, Queen, salute. We got a lot of interesting things going on in boxing. We got some big news today that I'm excited about, so we definitely gonna touch on that. Got a lot of stuff going on social media, man. Big Dog, man, like I said, man, Big Dog, just straight clown activity from, a clown. What do you expect, Big Dog? You got to expect that from an individual like that. But like I said, man, we'll touch on that. But a lot of things going on in boxing, a lot of social media banter going back and forth with these fighters. Now it looked like that Keyshawn Davis in Africa, Richardson Hitchens, they didn't got into it. Look like that they beefing now. So I don't know. A lot of beef going on. Hopefully we can get these fights. I mean, it's cool when you got all the back and forth beefing and talking back and forth. But I want to see him throw hands. You know what I'm talking about? I want to see him throw hands. It seemed like nowadays a lot of these fighters is throwing less hands than these females do on these reality TV shows. These women on these reality TV shows is throwing more hands than these fighters is throwing. Santos, I'm definitely gonna touch on that fight. So yeah, this is definitely, we definitely gonna get deep into the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight announcement. Yeah, I did see his ring interview. Prince, I did see T.O.'s ring interview that he did after the fight. And I'm definitely gonna talk about that too. Man, crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, so like I said, it's a very strange time right now in boxing. It's entertaining as far as social media goes, but like I said, man, they got to back this shit up in the ring. Arnold Kirby, what's happening with it? Salute. James, what it do? What it do? And like I said, if y'all do me a favor, just punch the like button, smash on the like button when you step in the building, and jump in the comments, let me know you're in the building. Jermaine, what it do? What's happening with it? Jermaine, you got your channel? Let me see if you got your channel popping. Let me see if I'm gonna go to it right on my phone, because it looked like you got it, because J Bean boxing in betting. Let me see what you got going on. Hold on. It ain't pop. Hold on. It ain't pop up when I typed it in. They do that sometimes. 1 second. Okay, you ain't started it yet. You might look like you just got the name, but you ain't started it yet. But yeah, Mr. Davis, salute. Joseph Jackson, what's happening with it? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna break down that fight with T.O. and Jermaine Ortiz last night. I talked a lot about it in my last video. Big Black, what it do? Bruce Gas, the OG in the building. What's happening with it, OG? So yeah, we gonna talk about all that in this live stream for sure. It's a whole bunch of weird stuff going on in boxing. But we got fighters that's moving the needles. We got fighters that's moving the needle, that's taking chances, that's actually making some of these fights happen. So we're gonna shed light on them too. But last night, man, pretty good card by Top Rank. Top Rank always have a exciting card. They know how to put on exciting fights. They know how to match make very well, and they put on great shows at Top Rank. 9 times out of 10, the Top Rank undercards, they're gonna be exciting to watch, even if you don't know who these fighters are. These up and coming fighters, man, they do the matchmaking very well at Top Rank. They give you the excitement that you want to see as a boxing fan when it comes to the undercards. I can give them that. For these other promotional companies like DAZN, not so much. Golden Boy, not so much. PBC, they be even dropping the ball a lot of times when it comes to the undercards and giving you the excitement that you want to see. But Top Rank, man, they got the best matchmakers in the sport of boxing by far. It ain't even close. And they will put a young prospect in there against tough opposition, and they might F around and lose. You feel me? So shout out to Top Rank, man. One of them dudes, I posted about it on my community page. I forgot his name. I'm gonna go to my community page right now. Dude was on steroids, and I talked about Victor Conti, a show that he did on what's my man name? Manager Marty, when Victor Conte was on Manager Marty's channel, probably about a month ago, I talked about a lot of things that he said. And he said that in probably 90% of these fights that we see, it's no drug testing or minimal drug testing at best. And we seen that last night. We seen it last night, you know. And like I said, I can't think of the dude's name. I believe his name was Martinez. He was in one of the undercard fights on Martinez was his name. But he was clearly on steroids. Look at this shit. Focus. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Now that lets you know everything you need to know about boxing right there. When Victor Conte said that 90% of these fights, they don't have no drug testing in it, all you got to do is go to my community page, and that lets you know everything you need to know right there. You feel me? Like, boxing is a dirty sport all the way around. These promoters, they don't want to pay to get these fighters drug tested. These fighters, they got to come out of their own pocket to, you know, have drug testing in these fights. And we see it right there. That man didn't have a bump on his face. When I tell you, if you saw that fight last night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That man did not have one bump on his face, but look at his back. So we know what be going on, man, and they need to start drug testing. Some need to change in boxing. And as I'm watching the fight with Martinez, and somebody helped me out with the fighter that I just showed y'all, his name was Martinez. He was actually one of Garcia. What's the trainer Garcia? What's Mikey Garcia's brother, the trainer? Somebody help me out. What's Mikey Garcia's brother, the trainer? Come on, y'all. Help me out. Mikey Garcia's brother. Robert Garcia. Thank you, G-Road. Yeah. So he was one of Robert Garcia's fighters, right? And so I'm watching the fight. And when I seen his back, I said, yeah, the way that they fighting, it ain't no way that this dude that he fighting is going to win the fight. Now, I believe that the opponent that he was fighting was better than him. But see, the thing is I knew that this dude Martinez wasn't going to get tired. I said, it ain't no way that he's going to get tired. And as the fight went on, I seen he ain't getting tired. His gas tank, you know what I'm saying? His gas tank is everlasting. He got an everlasting gas tank because he's on steroids. I guarantee y'all, if they had tested that dude Martinez last night, he would have had so much. He would have popped dirty for so many different steroids. They would have called him Big Baby Jarrell Miller Jr. Big Baby Jr. So he was definitely dirty. Like I said, when you don't have a bump on your face, but your back look like that, I mean, come on now. You let him get in the ring like that, and you know, they knew he was dirty. It ain't no way that they don't look at that man's back and say, you know what? Step to the side over here. We're going to need to take your blood. JB, him too. And I called him out on that shit too, JB. Knockout didn't like that because, you know, that's Knockout's boy. I said, that could be your boy, but that motherfucker on steroids. And he ain't been tested neither. They call that boy Jana back 2.0. Real talk. But and the thing about boxing, right? They see this. They see these fighters stepping in there with a back full of acne. They don't say nothing. They act like they don't see it. They act like they don't have no idea that this motherfucker probably on 8 different steroids. Yeah. Take them steroids out of his system and see if he would have won that fight last night. I guarantee you, if he was clean, he wouldn't have won that fight last night. I'm looking at the fight play out. Only reason he won is because his gas tank. He never got tired. He was on go mode from round 1 to 10? How many rounds they went? 10? Yeah, so it's crazy. Boxing is dirty all the way around. And so when you see what happened last night in the main event, don't surprise me. You should know it was gonna go down like that. But like I said, we're gonna talk about that. Jay Hizzy, what's happening with it? Salute. Yes, sir. So let me move on, man. To my boy Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is a problem. Abdullah Mason is a problem. He's a special talent. And you see Shakur keeps saying this, and he said it on several different occasions that Abdullah Mason is the future of boxing. He's the next big star in boxing as far as the future. Shakur also said that he's been in the ring with Abdullah Mason, and he said that kid is different. So, man, Abdullah Mason, every time he comes out, he puts on hell of a performances. And, yeah, he's going to move up the ladder very fast. He is going to move up the ladder very fast. And Abdullah Mason reminds me a lot of Jermaine Ortiz. He reminds me, like, when I look at Abdullah Mason, I see a lot of Jermaine Ortiz. But see, that's a problem in today's boxing. That's a problem in today's boxing. Because, see, you got boxing fans run around and say, oh, well, nobody wants to fight Shakur because he's going to run, right? He can't get no fights. Can't get none of these guys to step in the ring with him. Just the lie and the excuse. Because you got guys like Jermaine Ortiz. Right? They can't get nobody to step in the ring with them with a name either. Exciting fighter that got all the tools that's going to knock your ass out. Why don't nobody want to fight Jermaine Ortiz? Right? So this is today's boxing is when you too good, these fighters they're not going to fight you if they have anything to lose. When you too good in today's boxing, these fighters are not going to fight you if they have anything to lose and they look at you and they see they can't beat you. That, oh, he's a runner, that's just an excuse. Because like I said, look at Jermaine Ortiz. And the sad thing about upcoming fighters that's special like Abdullah Mason, he's going to have the same problems also. Just wait. In time, you're going to see it. Just remember what I'm saying right here on this live stream. And you're going to be able to say, okay, he said it. You know what I'm saying? I remember everything boxing said this shit years ago. Abdullah Mason is going to have the same problem getting fights with fighters that have something to lose, with fighters that have a name on the come up. They're not going to want to fight him. He's going to get ducked just like Shakur Stevenson, just like Jermaine Ortiz. And this is a problem in the sport of boxing. And then you're going to hear these other fighters make all type of excuses, go to social media and lie and act like, oh, they didn't get a contract, or act like, oh, this happened, or, you know, man, we tend to look up to these fighters like they're not human. Like these fighters don't tell lies. Like these fighters are not flawed. They human just like we are. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing different from these fighters than your next door neighbor. The only difference is they talented in a sport. You know what I'm saying? They was able to gain fame by being talented in something that they, worked on their whole life. Most of them. Ain't nothing else different. Don't mean their character ain't flawed. Don't mean that they ain't gonna get on social media and lie to you. So yeah, Abdullah Mason is going to go through the same problems that Jermaine Ortiz is going through, Shakur Stevenson, and some of these other fighters that are being ducked. Just is what it is. Is what it is. Stephen Williams says you can't stand in the middle of the ring with every fighter. But see, you can't tell a casual boxing fan, these new age boxing fans, that they think that every fight is supposed to be fought the same way. And we'll get into that a little bit more. Cassandra Mason, the queen, is in the building. Jay Chestnut, what's happening with it? What it do, homie? I got your wrench right here, Jay Chestnut. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. I got you right here. It's just crazy, man. Boxing is, I don't know, man. It's crazy nowadays, man. Let me make sure this is your channel first. Okay, I got you. I got you, Jay Chestnut. Give me a second. Let me see. There you go, Jay Chestnut. So boxing is just it's crazy, man, because the thing that I noticed is it's a lot of very, very young boxing fans in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like the age of the boxing fans now that you mostly deal with on YouTube, on these social media platforms like X, they very young. So they don't know the history of boxing. They don't know how boxing is supposed to be, right? They don't know it's hit and not be hit. They don't know a lot of things about the sweet science of boxing. All they know is they want to be entertained and they want to see two men get inside the ring and slug it out. That's all they know. And it gets irritating because you can't even have a real boxing conversation with a lot of these young dudes because they mind when it comes to boxing, they just don't know. And I'm not saying all of them don't, but the vast majority of them, they just don't. So, yeah, they think it's MMA. They think it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Slugfest. And so, man, it's crazy. And social media kind of ruined boxing, right? Because you got a whole bunch of people that have an influence and a voice that should never even be able to speak on the sport. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't even be able to speak on the sport. And like I said, it's irritating when to somebody like me that actually, been watching boxing before they was even thought of. So it's just crazy. But anyway, Mr. Lightning, salute. So, man, yeah, like I said, that young kid, Abdullah Mason, is a problem. He is a problem. It ain't no smoke and mirrors about him. I know talent when I see it, and he has his ceiling. Excuse me. His ceiling is through the roof. And like I said, it's just sad that a talent like Abdullah Mason has to come in today's boxing game, you know, the way it is. The way it is. Just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. You can get to the top. It's just crazy. But yeah, Abdullah Mason, he is, knockout, salute. Yeah, knockout. Abdullah Mason is a problem. But like I said, he gonna have a problem getting fights. Once he gets to a certain point, he's gonna be ducked. He's gonna have a very, very hard time getting fights. And you know, talented young men that believe in themselves, that know they're a problem, that look at the landscape and say, okay, nobody can beat me. It's a very few fighters out there that have that mentality today, but that fighter is the fighter that's going to have the most problems in the sport of boxing today. That's the fighter that's going to have the most problems in the sport of boxing, because that's the type of fighter that's not satisfied with, okay, just give me C-level fighter after C-level fighter after C-level fighter, you know, and I'm cool with that. That's the fighter that's gonna be making noise behind the scenes. Like, nah, y'all gonna have to do better than this. But that's the fighter that get criticized the most in today's boxing game. You feel me? That's the fighter that gets criticized the most in today's boxing game, and it's sad. What's happening with it, Money?
Key was going down me, bro.
Oh man, good man. Just good, man. We gonna have to. You on the plane?
I don't know why this shit be doing this, bro. This computer's doing this. Oh.
Yeah, you sound like you got a fan running in the background. But Money, he gonna get his shit fixed. But yeah, Abdullah Mason special, man. And it's crazy because I want to say I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, him, what he does in the future, but it's like, man, what is it to look forward to? A whole bunch of bullshit, a whole bunch of these fighters that's gonna be ducking him. It's gonna be very hard for him to get a top name fighter. That's just what it's gonna be, man. Crazy. But you know, speaking of fighters that get ducked, I heard that Jerron Ennis has gotten Mario Barrios to agree to fight him, right? I heard that Jerron Ennis got Mario Barrios to agree to fight him, but they said ain't nothing signed, sealed, and delivered yet, right? So we'll see. And Mario Barrios, man, he's a cool name. He's a cool fighter, but that ain't the fighter that people gonna give credit to Jerron Ennis for fighting. Like, ain't nobody gonna come on here talking about, man, did you see what Ennis did to Mario Barrios? Man, he destroyed Barrios. After he beat the hell out of Barrios and he knocked out Barrios, all people gonna say is, Tank did it. Keith Thurman outboxed him for 12 rounds. We still need to see Jerron Ennis step up. He still ain't fought nobody. But they don't never keep it a buck and tell you why he still ain't fought nobody if you call them nobodies, right? They ain't gonna keep it a buck and tell you that none of these fighters want to fight them, that are somebodies. Dank Father said, ain't no name at 47 Boots will get credit for it. Yeah, it is. If Boots get a fight with Stanionis, he can get credit for Stanionis.
Still heard Key?
Nah, you good. What she did?
Turn that motherfucking fan off. No, I don't like turning the fan on, cuz.
Man, you got the damn fan on. Talking about, oh man, I don't know.
But the fan ain't pointing this way, bro.
Huh?
The fan is all the way over there, bro. It's like the standing fan, right? But it's all the way over there, like turned towards the wall.
Don't ever come in this motherfucker with a fan with that damn loud
No,
ass fan.
bro, cuz I need my fan, bro. I don't try to hear all that shit in the background.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Man,
everybody thinking something. Hey, you got motherfuckers in here clowning your computer and everything. It's the fan.
Oh, they can send some money. It's all right. Y'all want me to have a better computer? Y'all can send some money. Yeah. They already told me to send my computer back this way.
Send money some money so he can get a one of the computers that block out the background noise.
That block out the background noise, yeah. And then everybody want me to send my computer back to who gave it to me anyway. So if y'all buy me another computer, I can send it back. Fuck out my face. But you say you was talking about a Abdullah Mason, bro?
Yeah, man. Let me get this super chat in real quick.
Oh,
hey, say tell Money Brown TV to get out of that damn Mach 5 fighter jet. Boy over there sitting still in a windmill. You crazy as hell,
dog. Get your big bow lord from Street Fight looking ass up out of here somewhere. Fight.
Hey, knockout say go back to your previous point of no one giving guys a shot. Boo should be fighting Stanionis or someone like that. Yeah, I don't know if you wrote that comment before or after I said Stanionis. But yeah, I said Stanionis. I said he'll definitely get credit if he beats Stanionis. But the thing is, he didn't call out Stanionis. Stanionis don't want to fight him. So it's kind of like, man, it's crazy. But I'll go over what I was talking about, right? So I was talking about how special Abdullah Mason is, right? I was talking about like how he's a very, very special fighter and he is going to be a problem. But I also said the biggest problem for Abdullah Mason in today's boxing is going to be that he's going to be ducked. Once he gets to a certain point, any fighter that have a name that have anything to lose, they're not going to want to fight him. The same thing that we see Jermaine Ennis going through, the same thing that we see Shakur Stevenson go through. That's just how it is in today's boxing. And you see how, you know, a lot of these boxing fans, they'll lie. They don't have no integrity. And these fighters are the same way. Because take somebody like Shakur Stevenson to use him. They say, okay, well, we don't want to fight him because he's born. And, oh, well, don't nobody want to fight Shakur Stevenson because he's born, right? And then they expose themselves because when you look at the landscape, and you look at somebody like Jermaine Ennis, who's probably one of the most exciting fighters in all of boxing, and he can't get no fights. So, right? So when you take away all of the bullshit and all the lies, you see one thing that all these fighters that's being ducked have in common. They are special talents. When you look at the landscape, it's hard for you to find anybody that can beat them in their division, right? But it's easy to come up with an excuse nowadays, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I was saying is Abdullah Mason is sad because he's so talented, but he gonna have the same problem. You know, so, you know, if you want to touch on that.
Oh, yeah, you know, Abdullah Mason, the Mason boys, they're my guys, man. I've been rocking with the Mason boys for everybody, for people even knew who the Mason boys was. The Mason boys, and there was another set of brothers. I can't get their damn names, bro. They from Baltimore. So I've been rocking with them boys for a while now. But, yeah, bro, he up and coming. So the thing about him is, you know, like I put on my Instagram, Abdullah Mason is coming to save boxing, right? So it comes down to, you know, just changing the mindset of boxing. Like you say, you got the Boots coming up. You got the Abdullah Masons coming up. Like you got those dudes who willing to fight anybody. But we know how this go in the beginning, right, Keith? When you up and coming, this for anybody, bro. You can look at Earl, Bud, Floyd. You look at anybody. When you young like that, you got that hungry blood where you're trying to make your name. So you willing to fight any and everybody. You want any and everybody. To the big dog, what Keith Thurman came in. Wanting Floyd Mayweather now. Earl came in, won't keep Thurman. You know what I'm saying? It goes like that. When you're hungry, you got that young blood in your 20s. That's when you're trying to make your name. You feel me? It's about when you do get there, do you change? That's what it's all about, Keith. When you ain't sleeping on silk sheets, you're trying to get to them silk sheets. So it always look good in the beginning. Everybody wants the baddest motherfuckers in the beginning. You want all the big dogs because you're trying to get known. But it's about when you get there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna come down to. Do you keep that same hungry energy? Do you fucking grind like you ain't got a penny like Floyd do? You know what I'm saying? Like Shay Sharp said that the other day. When a lot of people get there, you know, they get comfortable. But are you willing to work? Because he was talking about Cam Newton working, getting back into football. Or you willing to work like you still broke once you get everything that you know what I'm saying, you wanted more. So that's what it's gonna come down to. But on the rise, Abdullah Mason, he's a bad boy, man. He's a bad boy. So will he get the opportunities once he get to that status of deserving the big fights and putting in that work like David Benavidez? You know what I'm saying? He trying to get his big fights. Once you get to that status, will it be somebody that willing to face you? That's what it's gonna come down to. Who is on top when you get there? Are they willing to face you? You know what I'm saying? And who are you with? So it's gonna be a lot to come into play, you know what I'm saying, about time to get there. But the man is just, man, my little sister Rita, she just sent me a little clip of him when he knocked out his last opponent and shit. And I was telling her who he was and shit. So yeah, man, the kid got it all. And look, this is what I said about Abdullah Mason, bro. I don't say this like when they always trying to say, oh, he like the next Floyd. We talking about Tank, Devin, Shakur. None of them is not like Floyd to me. I say this with confidence that Abdullah Mason, his skill set, bro, the way he can transition defense to offense, the way he land his punches.
Boots in him. I see a lot of boots in him.
Yeah, I see some Floyd in him, bro. Like the early Floyd, like the way Abdullah Mason, like the like his athleticism, bro, the way he can move in the ring, bro. I see some boots too. I ain't gonna lie, but I see some Floyd in his ass, the way he can transition himself and like the athleticism, bro, like not stiff. Like, you know what I mean? The stance ain't the same as Floyd, but I do see, like, I say, like, God damn, this boy, because I watched every Floyd fight, bro, from the beginning.
And for people that don't know, you're talking about Pretty Boy Floyd.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Floyd that a lot of these young guys only know about.
Exactly, bro. So, Abdullah Mason is a fucking talent to watch, bro. That boy, he is very special, man. He is very special, but, you know, we watching the rise of something special. But like you say, Key, let's see, do we get the opportunities when he get there, when he deserving, and then when he get there, is he still hungry? You know what I'm saying? Like he was, like this Abdullah Mason that we're looking at right now and we bragging on. So that's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah. You're right. You know, a lot of these fighters, they get to a certain point and they like, oh well, hey, I'm not fighting them, you know. And sometimes it makes sense, right? It makes sense sometimes, but you know, I mean, when is it gonna stop? You know, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. But moving along, man, and like I said, Abdullah Mason is a problem. Knockout say Abdullah Mason might have one of the best jabs in boxing. Yeah, and I'm just looking forward to see as they start stepping up his competition. You know, he to me, he looks like a kid that's gonna get better as the competition steps up. You know, as the rounds, you know, he's already it was 8 rounds. He already doing 8-round fights. Of course, it didn't go 8 rounds, but that was his first 8-rounder. You know, the next is the 10-rounder, then the 12-rounder. So yeah. Okay. Knockout say he gonna be back on the Jared Anderson card in April, man. And April gonna be a big month for boxing, man. April gonna be a big month in boxing. Hopefully, man. Knockout say they trying to get 4 fights in this year. Yeah, man. Knockout. I think he be talking to Abdullah Mason people behind the scenes. So yeah, man. I like him. I like that kid a lot. And yeah, man. I'm definitely looking forward to him in the future.
Man, it's another set of brothers coming too, Key. Man, they last night I talked to man. I'm mad right now. If they out of Baltimore too, be looking out for them boys as well. They nice as well. They had some part too.
You got to give me their names.
Yeah, I'm gonna send to you on Instagram.
Okay. Now moving forward, man. Keyshawn Davis, man, the businessman, right? The businessman, Keyshawn Davis, man. I'm watching the fight last night, right? And I have a problem with that fight with Keyshawn Davis and Jose Pedraza. Not with the fighters, with the commentary. I know you didn't get to hear the commentary, right?
Nope.
But before the fight even started, man, you had Timothy Bradley just basically taking all the credit away from Keyshawn Davis before he stepped in the ring, right? He was already giving Pedraza, like, yeah, you know, Pedraza is not going to be the same, you know, and he ain't been at this weight and for so long, and Pedraza, he going to be weight drained, and, you know, we're not going to be able to see the same Pedraza that we did before. And I'm like, man, let these fucking fighters step in the ring and fight. Like, and I'm listening to Tim Bradley, and I'm in my head, I'm like, man, will somebody shut this fucking clown up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already taking the credit away from Keyshawn Davis before he gets in the ring and be able to put on his performance, win, lose, or draw. And he just kept going on throughout the whole telecast, bro. And I'm like, why is he doing this? Now, we know that Keyshawn has had some words in the past for Timothy Bradley. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't really like Timothy Bradley. Mm-hmm. And you can tell that Timothy Bradley was doing that shit on purpose. Mm-hmm. So Keyshawn, he went in there, man, and Keyshawn did exactly what he said he was going to do. He told everybody, you know, I'm not smoking no weed no more. I feel 10 times better. I'm way more energetic. My stamina is through the roof. And, man, he said, I feel great. And I'm going to show y'all what type of fighter I really am. He said he was going to go in there and dominate Pedraza. He said he was going to go in there and step to Pedraza and knock his ass out. He promised everybody he was going to step to Pedraza and dominate. And Keyshawn Davis went in there and stepped to Pedraza and dominated his ass. Completely dominated him. I've always known that Keyshawn Davis is a special talent. When a lot of people was on YouTube that have YouTube channels was shitting on Keyshawn Davis, talking about he ain't this and he ain't that and he ain't this. Y'all know who y'all are. And I haven't seen none of y'all in the comments. So I ain't talking about nobody that I've seen in the comments, but y'all know who y'all are. You know, if y'all in the background watching or whatever, there was a lot of people that was shitting on Keyshawn, and I kept telling people, nah. And you heard, we've even talked about this. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Money. I kept telling people, nah, Keyshawn can fight. You don't win an Olympic silver medal and you can't fight.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I hear the same people, friend Keyshawn Davis, man, he probably beat Shakur Stevenson ass. The same people that was hating on Keyshawn, calling him all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's Keyshawn this and Keyshawn that. And it just show you, man, how fickle these boxing fans is. How fickle some people is in the sport of boxing. This shit is just crazy. Mm-hmm. But Keyshawn Davis, man, I've been telling people for the longest time that he's a special fighter. You know, and I remember when everybody was talking about him and Frank Martin, and I was telling everybody that he is a better talent than Frank Martin is. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I've always thought Keyshawn was a better talent. And Keyshawn, he went in there and he dominated Pedraza. Now, like I said, you had Timothy Bradley trying to take away his performance by saying, you know, oh, Pedraza ain't this and he weight. You didn't hear Pedraza say that he was weight drained. You didn't hear Pedraza say none of that shit that Timothy Bradley kept saying. Right? Well, Mr. Lightning, the thing is that Andy Cruz is a special fighter too. So when you got two special fighters, that doesn't take nothing away from the other fighter. Yeah, Andy Cruz beat him in the Olympics, but Andy Cruz been a grown-ass motherfucking man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then we got to see what happens in the professional rank when they get in there in 12 rounds. We got to see what happens. But Andy Cruz is a special fighter also. But going and what's happening with it? What it do, Mark? What's happening with the OG? J.A. Dixon, what's happening with it? You know, like I said, man, I've always known that Keyshawn Davis was a problem. When you come up sparring guys like Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford, and they come and tell you that this kid is special, right? Shakur and Terrence Crawford been saying that shit for years. Like, no, kid is special. You think I'm gonna listen to somebody that just running their mouth on YouTube, or am I gonna listen to these fighters that's actually training with him and get to see him work every day? I'm gonna listen to the fighters, what they telling me. John Kramer, what's happening with it? What it do with it, homie? He say Keyshawn will beat Cruz, just my honest opinion. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I that's a fight I will have to see. Like I said, they both are special talents to me, but I wouldn't even make a pick because I honestly don't know. You know, it's the amateurs is different than professionals. I'll tell you what I do know is that Keyshawn Davis, and I thought this before this fight, right? Keyshawn Davis is ready to get in there with anybody in that division, right? He ready to get in there. You've seen him call T.O. out, and we know T.O.'s response, and I know why T.O. responded the way that he did, you know? But yeah, man, he is some fighters that's just ready. Keyshawn, he been sparring with professionals and fighting professionals for years. You know, I would like to see Keyshawn in there with another fighter. Maybe, you know, let's see. Name me somebody at 135 that's I would like to see Keyshawn in there with like a JoJo Diaz, right? I'd like to see him in one more fight with like a JoJo Diaz. And then after that, take the handcuffs all the way off of him and just let him go. Whoever willing to fight him, the top fighters. One more fight like a JoJo Diaz, let him, you know, get his feet wet one more time and go ahead. G Road Mo says, I need to see Keyshawn versus Kid Austin. Well, hold on, Money, you got a lot of noise in the background.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said you need to see Keyshawn and Kid Austin. I don't need to see that. Kid Austin is not near the fighter that Keyshawn Davis is. Kid Austin is not impressive. I'm telling you right now, G Road Mo. I don't know if that's one of your favorite fighters or not, but I'm telling you right now that Kid Austin is not that good. He may look like that to you because of the type of opponents that Golden Boy is putting him in the ring with, but Kid Austin is not that good. Kid Austin would have had a very hard time with Jose Pedraza last night. I guarantee you that. Kid Austin is not on that level at all. Even when I've seen Kid Austin struggle against C- level opponents before. Like I said, don't let that shit fool you. Kid Austin is not that good. Keyshawn Davis will beat Kid Austin easily. He'll destroy Kid Austin. Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis is a good fight, J.A. Dixon. I like that fight. I like Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis, but Kid Austin is not it. And just remember, I told you that. So if you believe in Kid Austin and you really think that he liked that, Kid Austin ain't beat the brakes off no Haney and no sparring. Stop listening to those lies, Mr. Holmes. Don't listen to that lie. Money. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
What you think about Kid Austin? Then we got Mr. Holmes saying Kid Austin beat the brakes off of Haney and sparring. Negative. But go ahead.
No, I need to see more Kid Austin. Like he looked like a promising prospect from what I've seen from him and things of that nature. But that's what they keep talking about him in sparring. But when I see him fight, it's like he just, you know, he got to show me more. But I don't see him beating the brakes off no Haney. I don't see him beating the brakes off no Tank and no sparring. He probably went in there and had some good little sessions and things of that nature. But nah, I don't see that at all. But with Keyshawn Davis, bro, special talent, very fucking special. Like you said, we've been saying how good that boy is. Like you got to put all your little feelings to the side and give people the credit that they deserve, bro. And we've been saying Keyshawn Davis is on that level because, like you say, we see Terrence Crawford and we see Shakur Stevenson telling us that this boy's that. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, people be like, because they don't like those fighters, they'll try to discredit them and shit like that. But you can tell what he about, bro. You can tell that he a bad boy. Him going in there and dominating Pedraza the way he did, I don't care what nobody say. He's getting credit for doing what he did to Pedraza. And Tim Bradley is a fuck boy, pure fuck boy. Because, and I know we go get the T.O., but the shit that he was saying, because I seen early what he was saying for T.O. and had T.O. I see T.O. getting the knockout tonight. And my man was trying to get on his ass like, well, I'm just saying though, we just don't know what T.O. we're going to get. Oh no, and I'm talking about he taking up dude.
Yep. Into that later on too. We definitely go cook on his ass.
Get to that though, but you want to get on Keyshawn Davis and try to discredit this young man and what he's doing because he got on your ass, right? And say he don't agree with some of the shit that you be saying, just like Jared Anderson said he don't agree with some of the shit you be saying because you be saying bullshit. They know you be saying bullshit, and you know you be saying bullshit, but you try to stick to it. He's that thick-headed motherfucker he that know he wrong, but still go argue up and down, and he know he wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's why Andre Ward always used to say, look, that's Tim Bradley saying that. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. You know what I mean? But with Keyshawn Davis, man, all the credit in the world, right? Like you say, of course, we know Pedraza ain't fucking he's not championship level right now, right? We know. Yes, he's getting up there, but he's still a hungry and a Pedraza that's go push it because Pedraza caught his ass with a punch in the first round, and I thought he hurt Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? He caught him with a good shot. I'm like, damn, he hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn had to hold on for a little bit. So he's going to push you and test your motor, but it's the IQ of Keyshawn where, no, okay, I got something for your ass. Let me break this body down and slow your ass all the way down. Got the fucking this body up in there, bro. Beautiful body work, man. I'm talking about beautiful combination of body work, bro. And I love to see body work like that because we know you take the body, the head go fall, bro. And that's exactly what he did. He went out there, he broke that man's body down, tired his ass out, slowed his activity down. You seen his little activity slow down. And then he did what he's supposed to do, press on the gas and get your ass up out of there, bro. And you got to give him his just doing his credit on that. And he's coming up nicely, bro. You over there with Terrence Crawford and Bo Mack with a good squad, right? And, you know, he's hungry, bro. He's hungry. He ain't afraid of shit. He's stepping up to the plate. He's making his name, and I can respect that on all levels. Even with sitting with T.O. as addressing him, letting him know. And even though T.O. tried to sit right there like he motherfucking just a gangster, I didn't like it. Just don't bite the bullet. What the fuck you think you is, boy? I can say Terrence Crawford can beat you. Who the fuck? What do you mean? That's like me saying Pedraza going to beat you. Motherfucker, two totally different fighters. We talking about a two-time undisputed champion, undefeated, who just beat one of the top shotters at 147. We talking about Pedraza, who, you know what I'm saying, who's still a good journeyman to push us, you know what I'm saying, to let us work on something. So it's totally two different situations, boy. So I like the way he stayed on his ass and, you know, didn't let up. But, you know, Keyshawn Davis is gonna be good for the sport, because you like those talkers. You like motherfuckers that go make shit spicy.
Talk that shit.
That shit. And he go talk that shit. He don't give a fuck who you is. He gonna talk.
He like to fight too. He gonna fight you.
Yeah, that mother like he'll fight you outside the ring, inside the ring, and he look like he'll bite you, bro. He look like the type that'll bite your ass. So it's like he really on that type of time. He the youngest, ain't he the youngest? So you know how it be with the youngest. Yeah. Yep. They better ones, and they be
Keon is the youngest. He got an Olympian. The Olympian is the youngest. Keon, then Keyshawn is the middle.
The middle. Okay, yeah. So you know he got all that, and that boy grew up with brothers, man. So you know how it is growing up with brothers. You can't intimidate me, boy. You can't do nothing to me that my big brothers ain't already did to me and more, boy. So you know that's why I like those types. So yeah, man, he's you know he's making his name. And he will be a world champion, bro. Just that he has to. You know, when it comes to the top shotters, he got to tighten up on that defense, which, you know, every fight is going to be different. So he just got to tighten up on that defense a little bit more, which will come in due time, right? Mm-hmm. Come in due time, and, you know, we'll see what he hit for. But Keyshawn most definitely is a promising talent, and, you know, one we can say the future of the sport. He most definitely the future of the sport.
What I saw last night, if you go back and y'all go back and watch the fight between Pedraza and Gervonta Davis, I saw Pedraza fight Keyshawn the same way he tried to fight Tank. And those are the two fights he got stopped in. Tank knocked his ass out, stopped him. Keyshawn Davis stopped him. He fought. If you go back and watch with the way he fought Tank, he came forward and he was right there in front of Tank, tried to press him. Now, why he fought Tank like that, I don't know. You know, Tank was younger back then, and maybe he thought that he can intimidate Tank. But he tried to fight Keyshawn the same way. Do you remember the fight between Pedraza and Tank Money?
Man, like it was yesterday. Woo! And that motherfucker, woo! He and Tank, woo! I was like, what the fuck is Pedraza?
Remember, he tried to stand there in front of Tank and fight him.
The pressure. That's why everybody say he fought the wrong fight.
Yeah, and he did the same thing versus Keyshawn Davis. So it's like people because I know people gonna say, oh well, Pedraza, he ain't the same, and he is older. But
we made that case.
Off the wrong fight. He did the same thing he did against Gervonta Davis. So I don't think it's that he can't move his legs and things like that. He just chose to fight that way.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, he tried to go in and intimidate to try to, push them back to get some respect. You know what I mean? Like I said, it worked good for him in the first round, but once they, figure that shit out, you can't sustain it on all those caliber fighters, bro. So yeah, like I say, he's not championship level, but he's not no motherfucking over the hill to where, oh man, he shouldn't be in the ring with them. Nah, he go push your ass. He is a hell of a journeyman that's go push you, bro. And if you ain't on your shit, he'll be the one that'll beat your ass. So yeah, we ain't finna just discredit Pedraza all the way like you just done for.
Right. But yeah, so man, shout out to Keyshawn and hopefully, he get a bigger name next time. I like the way that Top Rank is moving him. They moving him pretty fast, and hey, he handling it. So I like it. Yeah, Tank almost killed Pedraza, and yeah, and he should have the way that Pedraza was trying to fight him. But Pedraza, so I'm not finna sit here and make excuses for Pedraza like Tim Bradley was, because Pedraza said that he felt great. He said he felt rested. He needed that rest. He said he felt great. Now, we didn't see Pedraza go in there and have his hands in his pockets and he was letting his hands go. He was just overmatched. And there was somebody that was more athletic, younger, faster, and just better all around. But moving along, man. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Everybody in the building, make sure you smash the like button. It don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? Smash on the like button. But moving along, man. Let's talk about this Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz fight. I want to cook on this Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz fight for a little bit before I move on to Ryan Garcia and Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, man. Man. Teofimo Lopez, he talked all the shit in the world leading up to this fight with Jermaine Ortiz. But the thing is that he really didn't say too much about Jermaine Ortiz leading up to this fight. Teo was talking about everybody but Jermaine Ortiz. Talking shit about Shakur. He was talking shit about, if you name him, he was talking about him.
Terrence
Crawford. Devin Haney.
Keyshawn
Davis. I'm talking about that man was talking about everybody but Jermaine Ortiz. And if you listen to Teo talk in all these interviews that he was doing leading up to this fight, you would think that he already had beat Jermaine Ortiz. You would think that the Jermaine Ortiz fight was in the past, that he just looked right past Jermaine Ortiz. And I continue to tell people, I said, this is going to be a tough fight for Teo. I said, I got Teo winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if Teo lost. Now, Mind you, I picked T.O. to win the fight. Money Brown, am I lying? I bet money for T.O. to win the fight.
Nope. You ain't lying at all.
I bet. So before people get to talk, oh man, he capping. I bet money for Teofimo Lopez to win the fight. What I saw is T.O. win the first round. This is what I'm looking at. I saw T.O. win the first round. And I saw Jermaine Ortiz win probably 8 rounds after that. I remember I'm looking at like the 10th round and I'm like, damn, I only got T.O. winning 2 rounds. I'm like, I only got this man winning 2 rounds. This man ain't winning none of these rounds. I'm like, damn. And I'm looking at Jermaine Ortiz outbox the shit out of T.O. I'm looking at T.O. just follow Jermaine Ortiz around the ring. I'm looking at Jermaine Ortiz pop shot him off. You know what I'm saying? Making T.O. miss, fall all into the ropes. But then I'm listening to Tim Bradley, stupid ass, talk the whole time. And Tim Bradley and that commentary team, they're trying to convince everybody that was watching, oh yeah, man, this is a very close fight, man. It could be going either way. And Tim Bradley the whole time is trying to convince everybody. The whole fight, I'm listening to Tim Bradley, blockhead ass, trying to convince everybody that T.O. is winning the fight. And them other 2 dudes is trying to convince everybody that it's a very close fight. And I'm like, these motherfuckers is trying to convince me that I'm not watching what I'm watching. They're trying to sit up here and convince me that I'm not watching what I'm actually watching. And see, this is the problem with boxing. Because like Money Brown said, before the fight even started, you had Timothy Bradley telling everybody, oh yeah, you know, this kid Jermaine Ortiz, you know, he's just outclassed. He's gonna be totally outclassed. I don't see, you know, he don't have no clue about what he's getting into. I'm like, what the fuck is you sitting up here talking about? He don't have no clue what he's gonna walk into, that he's gonna get totally outclassed. And the fight ain't even started yet. And Tim Bradley has continued to say these things the whole time in the lead up to the fight. Tim Bradley is basically trying to convince everybody that Jermaine Ortiz ain't got no chance in hell of beating T.O., right? So I'm listening to this shit and I'm watching the fight and he's doing the same thing during the fight the whole time he's commentating. But I'm looking at Jermaine Ortiz back round after round after round after round and make T.O. look like he's just making T.O. look like an amateur. Following him around. T.O. can't let his hands go. And it's crazy, right? Because everybody talking, oh man, he was running. Well, to the people that say that Jermaine Ortiz wasn't doing nothing but running, why did he throw more punches and land more punches? Right? I'm looking at the whole fight. He throwing more punches than T.O. He's landing more punches than T.O. And the punch stats are showing that. Now, it's crazy how when they pull up the final copy box numbers, they have Jermaine Ortiz only landed 2 more punches than T.O. And I told people, I've been telling people for years, these copy box numbers are full of shit. Especially when they got a fighter that's the A-side fighter that have everything on their side. Don't trust what them company box numbers say. Because I know what I watched. And it ain't no way that T.O. landed only 2 less punches than Jermaine Ortiz landed on him. It ain't no fucking way. I know what I was watching. Now, when I broke down this fight in one of my videos, I told everybody, I said, T.O. has a problem when he has to be the aggressor. When Teo have to come forward and be the aggressor, when he fights a fighter that know how to use angles, that know how to box and move, Teo, he got a problem. But I still thought that Teo was going to win the fight. Of course I did, because like I said, I put money on Teo to win the fight. So I still thought he was going to win the fight. Right? So, was I surprised with what I saw? Not going to say I was surprised. I thought Teo was going to look better than what he did. But if you go back to Sandor Martin, we seen the same Teofimo Lopez in the Sandor Martin fight. And a lot of people think he got a gift decision in that fight. Now, this fight, oh, yeah. Them judges was paid off. Those judges was paid off. It ain't no way that Teofimo won that fight last night at all. I don't give a fuck how you sum it up. He didn't win that fight. To me, the fight wasn't even close. And it damn sure ain't no way that Teo won no 117 to 111 on 2 scorecards. This is the problem with boxing. It's going to continue to happen time after time again. We've seen it. But see, people got to realize, man, Top Rank had too much money invested in Teo to lose, to let him lose before they put him in a big money fight. If you look at the ring, you see C4 around the ropes. Teo claims that he is the one that got them that endorsement. If you look on Teofimo's trunks, you saw Budweiser. Budweiser also endorses Top Rank. Teo, he claims that he is the one that got the Budweiser endorsements for Top Rank. So they had way too much money invested in Teo to let him lose, and you saw it on the scorecards. He clearly lost that fight. Ain't no way he won that fight. And then the man had the fucking nerve enough to say that he give his performance a 10 out of 10. He did everything right. Then he had the nerve enough to get on the mic and say what he said to the crowd. Now, when they announced that Teo won the fight, he was crying. If his performance was a 10 out of 10 and he knew he had won the fight by a landslide, why was he crying? His daddy said that Teo didn't lose a round. These are the most delusional people in the whole sport of boxing. It don't get no worse than them. And another thing, before I pass it to Money Brown, Teo knows that he can't fight fighters that know how to box. Teo said in a post-fight interview, right, that from now on, he ain't fighting no more fighters unless they sit and fight with him. They sit and bang with him. He ain't fighting no more fighters unless they sit and bang with him. Well, we know that he just told us right there that if you are a highly skilled boxer, he don't want no parts of you, and he don't believe that he can beat you. Teo needs a certain style of fighter in order for him to look good, in order for him to win. Other than that, he can't do it. Teo is not well-rounded. He is one-dimensional. And he's been exposed of being that on several different occasions. Devin Haney will box circles around him. Shakur Stevenson will make him look stupid and want to go back to the amateurs. Gervonta Davis will pick him apart and beat him any way that he wants to. If you want me to go and knock your ass out, I'm gonna do that. If you want me to set traps and knock your ass out, I'm gonna do that. If you want me to outbox you and make you come forward and make you look silly, I'm gonna do that. Like Subriel Matisse is gonna knock him out. It'll be a fan-friendly fight, but he get his ass knocked out. Gary Antoine Russell will beat him. Like all these fighters that I'm naming, they're gonna beat Teo. And like I said, Teo has been exposed, so fighters know how to fight him. And one thing I gotta say about all these people running around talking about, oh, in no way Jermaine Ortiz could have won. He was running. You don't know shit about boxing. And y'all need to realize is that you don't fight every fighter the same. You don't fight every fighter the same. Some fighters you move and you box. Some fighters you might, stand there and bang with. It's called hit and not be hit. The sweet science. That's why fighters are supposed to have game plans. Every fighter ain't the same, and every fight matchup is not the same, and you don't go into every fight fighting every fighter the same way. Those are called one-dimensional fighters. Jermaine Ortiz, he had a great game plan, and he executed it very well, and he should have won the fight. Learn boxing before you talk this shit with me. Money, go ahead, my bad.
Nah, you good, bro. You good, you cooking. I was surprised as fuck last night, bro. I was surprised because I thought Tio, after doing what he did to Josh Taylor, was going to go out there and make a statement. I really did. I thought he was going to go out there and make a statement. I say, you know what? Tio figured it out, man. He at 140 now. I don't think his ass got no problems with going on inside his head. I don't hear nothing about the wife and shit like that. And I think he want, to make a statement against somebody like Jermaine Ortiz, who is a worthy fucking opponent, bro. Very worthy. And then this motherfucker went out there and he came out with the right outfit and the right motherfucking little amusement thing, because he looked like a goddamn clown in that ring. He looked like a clown last night, bro. Seriously, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing, bro? Like, what are you doing, fam? He get caught up and in the George Kambosos fight where somebody was gonna knock the man out in one round when I thought I really tried to knock him out in one round. In this fight, he really tried to be a showman, bro, and looked it bad. You know what I'm saying? He really tried to be a showman and looked it bad, bro. Like you said, I agree. I thought Jermaine Ortiz was winning the majority of the rounds, and it was sad to me. The first, what did they show the scorecards after the first 4 or 5 rounds? And I seen the commentator scorecards, and they had Jermaine Ortiz only winning 1 round. I say, man, what the fuck? I wish I could have recorded my live stream last night, bro, and the shit that I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because they was being so fucking biased, bro. It was ridiculous, bro. And I won't even listen to the commentary. I'm just looking at the scorecards. I can tell. Somebody when I was showing it, they said, boy, you happy? They said, Money Brown, boy, you happy you're not listening to the commentators right now? I said, I don't listen to the commentators. But I had broke Tim Bradley down earlier. Because I say, look at Tim Bradley. He just kissing ass right now. And I said it, kid. I say, he go jinx Teofimo. I say, whoever Tim Bradley start going for people, he go jinx him. You know what I'm saying? He out there and he trying to tell Mark Kriegel, oh, no, you're wrong, Mark. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, this kid, he got it. Like, he's going to go out there. He's going to knock him out. Like, I see a knockout coming for T.O. So he said that shit. I said, he go jinx the damn man, bro. You feel me? But T.O. went out there, bro. He wasn't jabbing. He wasn't trying to set shit up. He wasn't trying to cut off the ring. He wasn't trying to do nothing, bro. He just thought he was going to hit him with one shot and get him up out of there. And Jermaine Ortiz, it was one point, I think it was the 3rd round, where I knew Jermaine Ortiz was a smart fighter. And I said, keep doing what you're doing, bro. I wish I could have recorded my live stream last night, because I got to going for Jermaine Ortiz. I did. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Key. I got to go when T.O. got to doing all that stupid shit.
It's my bet.
Man, I got to, I'm like, because T.O. was pissing me off, Key. He was pissing me off. And plus, your bet fell off when he stopped for draws anyway. So that shit was over. Yeah. So it's like,
I had another one though with T.O. on there too.
Oh, so I ain't see it.
Yeah, I broke even.
Yeah. So this nigga, bro, I'm like, he's not even trying to cut the ring. He's not trying to, you know what I'm saying, stop him in his tracks or nothing. Jermaine Ortiz was just giving him a boxing lesson, bro. Like, let's call it for what it was, fam. Was giving him a boxing lesson, bro. I'm talking about jabbing him, catching him, walking in. And I'm like, man, I'm just looking at it. Like, for real, I'm like, shit, go ahead, Jermaine Ortiz, bro. This way you going to make your name at. His ass for lose this fight. He fit to cry. He going to look stupid as hell. He going to say they robbed him at the end, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and I got to go back and watch that fight, too, because they telling me, oh, Money Brown, you tripping, man. I say, bro, don't tell me what the fuck I'm looking at. I say, what y'all thinking is, because they kept talking about, no, he's just running. He's moving. I say, bro, he's boxing.
Listening to the commentary, probably.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I'm looking at this man. He's boxing, bro. He's landing the better shots. T.O. walking in like, okay, T.O. I get a shot in here and there, but he'll make T.O. ass miss off some shit. And T.O. is not intimidating him. He's not scaring him. Don't think he's moving because he's intimidated, bro. He's boxing. He's sticking to his game plan. And you know what I'm saying? He's doing what he's supposed to do to give himself the best chance to win in this fight, bro. And I thought he won last night. I really thought he won last night, bro.
He won without a shadow of a doubt, bro.
Yeah,
like this is a fight to where it's no question that he won.
Yeah. But what's crazy is, Key, is, like you said, when they showed the punch stats, right? They didn't show all the punch stats. They go show the percentage, but then they go show the body shots. They show that T.O. landed more body shots than that man. I say these people is something else, bro. They showed that Jermaine Ortiz landed more punches, right? T.O. threw less. Jermaine Ortiz threw more, landed more, but T.O. percentage was high. But they go show the body shots, and they show T.O. landed more body shots. I say these motherfuckers is something else, fam. I see what they doing.
And for people that's saying that's a close fight, like, yeah, I don't know if y'all were just letting the commentary, right, sway y'all, because it ain't no fucking way that nobody can show me 6 rounds that T.O. won at all.
Man, that boy got a boxing lesson.
Not close.
Facts. That man got a boxing lesson last night. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Y'all can talk because y'all seen T.O. kept coming forward. He's smiling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, stupid ass looks on his face, shrugging his shoulders. That shit must have convinced y'all and had y'all feeling good. But nah, man, Jermaine Ortiz did what he had to do last night. And, you know, somebody said, oh, you know, I would have liked for Jermaine Ortiz, you know, to close the show a little bit better. Bro, he don't have to close the show. What are you talking about? He doing what he's supposed to do, fam. Like, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, bro. I'm going to her with a game plan. And you stick to your game plan. You feel me? What Shakur Stevenson say? You motherfuckers don't tell me how to fight my fight. I'm not listening. You motherfuckers ain't in here fighting. Y'all ain't the fighter. Why would I listen to you? Right? So I respected what Jermaine Ortiz was doing, bro. Like I say, I got the rooting for him, bro. Like, he made me, like, I liked him, but he made me a fan last night. I'm like, okay, I see you. Like, anybody that can go in there and don't get discouraged, bro. Don't let the crowd persuade them. Don't let nobody take them out of their game plan and continue to fight they fight. And he fought at times. So it's like when I'm looking at that and I'm looking at Teofimo, who's supposed to go in there and showcase his skill set and dominate. Like you said, you are this motherfucker telling Terrence Crawford what you go do to him, and you go do this to this fight, you go do this to that fight, and you go out there and do that shit. Oh, nah, man. Come on, bro. And I still think, this just me. You know what I'm saying? I still think T.O. is way better than last night. I do. I think he's way better than last night. But it's just, you don't know what the fuck you gonna get with the dude. You don't know.
But see, this is the thing with it, Money, right? It's not that he's way better. We see a certain style.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He don't have the answer for. He don't have the answer for a fighter that can box and show him angles and movement, right? That can fight. T.O. has to fight a fighter that comes forward, right?
Hey, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
T.O. got to fight a fighter that is aggressive, a fighter that's going to come forward, right? That's going to be on the front foot to where he can step back, he could be a counter puncher, and then he slick. Then he going to set traps and you know, then he slick. Yeah. But if you got a fighter that's going to move and you know, give different angles and box, they got a jab, he can't fight those type of fighters.
I said that last night. I talked to my brother last night. I said that to him. I say, listen, T.O. need a motherfucker that's gonna come forward and fight him, bro. He needs somebody. I said he don't do good with being the aggressor. He don't do good with being the aggressor. I said that shit last night. That's crazy, but yeah, he don't do good with being the aggressor because he's not a thinker. You know what I'm saying? He's not a thinker. He's not a set of trap type fighter. He's a reaction fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna react to what you do.
And another thing, Money, if you see him, he gets frustrated, bro. He can't keep it cool. See, T.O., man, he's a character, bro. He's a fake character. You see how he acted last night on the microphone, right? But when he do interviews, he tries to act like that. Oh, I'm this and I'm that. And when he's frustrated and things don't go his way, you see who he really is. What's happening with it, KQ, the OG in the building?
OG, what's going on, OG? I gotta hit you up, OG.
Yeah, he don't have the ring IQ. He don't have no ring IQ. You right. His ring IQ is very low because Tio, he fights off an instinct and talent. He have a whole lot of athleticism, talent, and instinct, but he don't have that. Right? He can't keep his cool. You see, man, you see how he went off on Keyshawn Davis. He ready to jump over he was ready to jump over the motherfucking open ropes and jump into the crowd because he don't know how to keep his cool, bro. When he faced with adversity, then you see the real Tio. He's like his dad, just like his dad. He doesn't know how to face adversity and walk through it. He just really don't.
That's a fact, Key. That's a fact because you can just tell the frustration last night. Like he tried to cover that shit up, but that's why I just asked for to start crying for real. You know what I'm saying? The nigga in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I said that knockout.
Well, I'm not go.
I said that. I think that Devin Haney puts a boxing lesson on him. Like I told y'all, Tank will knock him out or outbox him, whatever one you want to pick. Shakur Stevenson will make him look like he needs to go back to the amateurs. Subriel Matisa knock him out because that fight is gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? Both of them just gonna go out there and let their nuts hang and yeah. Well, it's gonna get real ugly. Gary Antoine Russell will beat his ass. Like all these fighters that I'm naming, man, they'll beat Tio. I'm not. And like I said, it's if you skilled, and you don't have a lot of pride, you just go in there and say, okay, I'm gonna just outbox this motherfucker.
Well, I totally disagree 120% to say we got to stop mentioning Tio with the top guys. I don't know where that statement come from. I don't know how the fuck you feel that way, Keith, but you got to mention Tio with the top guys. Like
you can mention him, but I don't think that those names that I named, I don't think he can beat none of them.
Right. That's what I say, because they still got to prove it, right? So when we looking at these dudes, like I say, last night, I feel like he's better than last night. I just feel like he get caught up in the moment. I understand what you're saying with the styles, Keith. You feel me? But not all of them fighters fight that style. And not all of them fighters go to doing that, right? So it's like the heat of the moment situation and things of that nature, because Josh Taylor can box, but he chose to fight. So it's like what you go do once you get into the ring. Like shit happens inside that ring. You know what I mean? And you can be the winner that night, and you might not have to be the better fighter that night. So it's still like they will have to show them that they can beat him, right? But I'm not gonna say we can't mention him with the top guys. That's just being the look. Like, that's going to be the board.
Right. When we talk about, I'm not gonna say the top. I'm not gonna just say we can't mention him with the top guys. But what I am gonna say, and I'm gonna stand on it, is those fighters, right? That when we think of the top guys at 140 pounds, or even you can throw some of them at 135, right?
Right.
The top guys that can box on that level, right?
Right.
Those guys like Shakur Stevenson. Who you pick between Shakur and Tio?
I'm gonna go with Shakur.
Okay, who you pick between Tank and Tio?
I'm gonna go with Tank.
Who would you pick between Devin and Tio?
I'm gonna go with Tio.
You gonna? I gotta disagree with that because Devin, like to me, Devin will outbox his fucking head off because Devin is gonna go in that fight. He gonna use his jab. He gonna use his lateral movement. And Tio, like I said, man, Tio has problems with those type of fighters. I've seen Tio in the ring with Jermaine Ortiz. I've seen Tio in the ring with Sandor Martin. And to me, Devin Haney is way better than both of those fighters.
I know that's
can't pick Tio over Devin.
My opinion is I'm going with Tio. I feel like in the ring with Devin, I feel like I say, Devin might start off winning, and I always pick Tio to beat Devin. So I don't want people to think like, oh man, Monty Brown got a problem with it. No, I think Shakur Stevenson is a way better fighter than Devin. I think Tank is a way better fighter than Devin, right? So when I look at Tio and Devin, I feel like Devin will have the success early, but I know Devin is a front runner. I'm just gonna be real with y'all, bro. Devin is a front runner. So even though last night, like I say, styles make fights, right? And do I think Devin is a better fighter than Jermaine Ortiz? Yeah, I would ask. Damn, go ahead, Keith. My bad.
See, I gotta disagree with what Money is saying because, like I said, all Devin got to do, he know Devin has a high ring IQ. He got a real, I ain't gonna say the highest, but he got a good ring IQ. He know all I gotta do is make him come to me. All I have to do is make him come to me, use angles, and outbox his ass. I don't have to go in there and be on my front foot and try to bang with this man.
All right,
like I have the blueprint. All I have to do is outbox him, make him come to me, use my angles, and outbox him. It ain't like this is the first time we seen this with Teofimo Lopez. Like when we seen it against Sandor Martin, we said, okay, we'll give Teo a pass. Maybe he just had a bad night, right? He made a million excuses about, the divorce he was going through, his son, and all that. So we gave him a pass with Sandor Martin. Then we just seen the repeat. And it looked even worse this time than the Sandor Martin fight. So hell no.
Yeah,
you know how to beat it.
What I'm saying is, Q1. What I'm saying is, y'all go how y'all look at it. When I look at Devin, I still look at Devin as that front runner, bro. Like when he fight, if you put the pressure on, his ass slow down, right? And Devin is go sit down, and he's most definitely going to take more chances than Jermaine Ortiz because that's Devin Haney. He want to make a statement, bro. And that style is that's where Teo will get off on, bro. This just how I feel. And I feel like Teofimo Lopez would beat Devin Haney. I feel like Shakur Stevenson is a smarter fighter than Devin to where he is going to, goddamn nigga, he is going to stick to what he do regardless of what anybody say. You cannot persuade. You're not going to persuade or deter Shakur Stevenson from doing what he do best, bro. And that's staying smart because his IQ is higher than Devin's. And I feel like Tank and Teo, I got Tank knocking him out. That's just me. But with Devin Haney, I just feel like Devin he's going to be a front runner. He's going to gas out. And Devin defense is not as good as people try to make it to be. His defense is his offense to me, and he get hit more. You know what I'm saying? So, people go look at the way he look at it. I look at the way I look at it, and, that's how it's going to be. But I picked Teo to beat Devin. I picked Shakur and Tank to beat Teo.
I can't say that Devin is going to gas out. I don't think he'll gas out because I saw Devin at 140 pounds versus Regis, and he ain't gassed out versus Regis. He looked like he could have won fucking 5-6 more rounds versus Regis. So I can't tell you that he's going to go in there against Teo and gas out. Teo to me. When Teo fights a boxer that can move and do all of that, right? Like I said, Teo feet be all over the place, bro. I'm sitting there watching this motherfucker swing and damn near fall into the crowd through the ropes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Teo is a great fighter if he got somebody that's going to come forward and bring the fight to him, that's going to give him what he wants. He wants to be in there with somebody that's going to fight him, that's going to come forward. He said it. He told you what he wanted. I told you what he said in the post-fight when he did an interview. I don't know, it's an interview that I watched that he did last night. He said, I don't want to fight no more fighters unless they're going to come to me and fight. Basically, he said, I don't want to fight nobody else unless they're going to stand in there and bang with me. He telling you, I can't fight no boxers. If you going to move and that's going to give me problems, I don't want nothing to do with it. And I mean, Devin would be an idiot to go in there knowing all I got to do is make him come to me, use angles and outbox the shit out of him. He'll be an idiot to go in there and try to bang with Teo. That's why I say, man, Devin would beat the shit out of Teo to me. He would outbox him, and I don't think it'll be that difficult. You know what I'm saying? I think Devin would outbox the shit out of him because, once again, Devin is better than Sandor Martin. Devin is better than Jermaine Ortiz. So, yeah, man, I definitely agree with you on that.
But I feel like Teo is better than Sandor Martin, better than Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I mean? So,
I don't.
Like I say, we can look at the styles and we can, make your assumption off that. And that's how you look at it. That's what it's gonna be. But when I look at it, I see it the way I see it. And We won't know until we see them fights take place. That's why I want to see them take place. But we should never bring the words up and say that we can't mention T.O. with the top shotters, because you've seen a few of these cats in fights where motherfuckers discredit them and say they ain't this and they ain't that, and then they go in there and they'll prove you wrong. So we'll just have to wait and see if those fights take place to see if it is what we said it is. But right now, T.O. is still up there with the top cats, and you gotta put his name and mention him with the top cats out there. Period. No matter what, man. What's going down, 5?
What's happening with it? G5 in the building. Yeah, man. I just can't. Like I said, now a fight like Subriel Matisse and T.O., I would think that Subriel Matisse would eventually stop him because it'll be a war. But I think that'd be a much closer fight, right? Because that's the type of style that suits T.O. a little bit more, where he could use his slickness and things like that. But and he's a small 140 pounder. It's another thing about T.O. I seen an interview, right, that he did last night, and he said that the day of the fight last night he was only 146. You know what I'm saying? He said he was only 146. I think now what the next move that they're gonna do with T.O., because T.O., he don't have no intentions on fighting no big name fighter next. He already, I know he's not gonna fight a big name fighter next, because he talking about his next fight is about to be in Honduras. This man already talking about his next fight is about to be in Honduras. So we're not gonna see him against none of the big names.
They damn motherfucking Honduras.
Because none of the big names are going to Honduras to fight no T.O. So they gonna give him a soft touch his next fight. They gonna match him in with a fighter that he can look good against, to where he probably can get a knockout against. Like a what's that guy that Ryan Garcia just fought?
Oscar Duarte.
Like an Oscar Duarte type of opponent. That's the type of opponent that T.O. gonna fight next. So know that you heard it from me first. You're gonna see him in there with an Oscar Duarte type of opponent, somebody that he can look good against. But like, bro, I've seen T.O. enough to see what type of fighter he is. I think that's why I had him losing to Josh Taylor. But nobody, factored in that Josh Taylor was out 17 months. Josh Taylor didn't look good in the fight previous to Teofimo Lopez, right? So I think we put T.O. high on the pedestal.
We can't do that, bro.
Hold on. I think that we put T.O. high on the pedestal for beating Josh Taylor. But let's go back a little bit then, money.
Come on, man.
Let's take a few steps back before the Josh Taylor fight. Sandor Martin. A lot of people think that Sandor Martin won that fight, right? Before Sandor Martin, he fought that dude, that Mexican dude, Campos, right? He was having a war with that dude Campos. Now, granted, T.O., you know what I'm saying? He won the fight, and did he end up stopping Campos?
Yeah.
Did he end up stopping that dude Campos?
Yeah, I think he did, yeah.
Right? But he was having a war with that. He was having problems with that dude Camper. And that dude Camper was a C-level motherfucking flat-footed Mexican fighter that was gonna be right there standing right in front of you. But then we gave T.O. a pass and was like, well, yeah, he ain't looked that good, but he eventually got the job done. And this is T.O.'s first fight at 140. So he was still, kind of filling in the division. Then they gave him we know what happened in the next fight, like I said, and so man, I've seen him in there. We gave him a pass with Kambosos. Now I don't think that T.O. that was the best version of T.O., right? With Kambosos. Definitely don't. But still, you know what I'm saying? Still, when he fought Lomachenko didn't fucking throw a punch for the first 7 rounds. And then Lomachenko was still able to make it a very, very competitive fight when he did start fighting T.O.
That's true.
So it's like, man, T.O., he's a good fighter. I'm not gonna say that he just no bum or nothing like that, but to me, he's not good as he talks. He ain't as good as he say he is, and I think it's a lot of fighters that are better than him. And we're gonna see that. We're gonna revisit this conversation. I'm gonna tell you that I told you, but yeah, man, I've seen plenty of T.O. I've seen enough. He's very athletic, but he just don't have the ring IQ. He don't have the ability, right? He's one dimensional, so he has to have a certain style of fighter in there to look good. That's what I've seen from him. That's what I've been seeing from him, and that's what we're gonna continue to see from him. And remember, at one point we was talking about T.O. needed a new trainer. We was talking about that he needed a new trainer. I mean,
I'm gonna say this. I feel you on what you're saying, things of that nature. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're gonna look at it, but we're gonna revisit this, and I'm gonna tell your ass that I was right. But it's coming after this, though. Like I say, what style people choose to fight in the fight that night, right? Or, you know, are you all the way on your shit that night, not bullshit, not distracted, things of that nature. So it's like it's gonna come down to a lot of shit inside that square circle, bro. So first and foremost, we got to get them fucking fights. You know what I'm saying? And I pray we do get them. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. I won't give a fuck if I'm right, if I'm wrong. But if we get them, we still get good fights. But, you know, I just feel how I feel about the fights on what I'm saying from these fighters and things of that nature. We looking at Regis and people saying, oh, Regis couldn't touch Devin. And Regis can do this. Regis can do that. Regis and T.O. two different fighters, man. They two different fighters. And I fuck with Regis. I like Regis like a motherfucker. But, you know, I think T.O. is, I think, in my opinion, I think if T.O. and Regis was the fight, I think T.O. knocked Regis out. You know what I mean? Well, Regis got some crack that hurt his ass back, but I think T.O. knocked Regis out. So, you know, styles make fights, bro. Styles make fights. And is Devin one hell of a boxer? Hell yeah, he's a hell of a boxer. But I just know Devin, bro, once you get in there with that name fighter, and once his ass get to going, if you force his ass to work and you put the pressure on, you know, he gasses out, bro. You know what I'm saying? I seen that shit happen over. Like you're saying, you see what T.O. do against certain fighters. I seen Devin do that shit against certain fighters who put that pressure on his ass and force his ass to fight. You know what I mean? Now, T.O. got to go in there and do his part. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you do it, if T.O. do what I feel like T.O. can do inside that ring and get Devin to start sitting down and fight him, I think T.O. get the better of Devin. You know what I mean? But I don't think he do that with a Shakur Stevenson. Because like I say, Shakur IQ is fucking... Man, Shakur IQ is second to none, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real. How I feel, you know what I'm saying? The shit that I seen Shakur do in the ring, I think his IQ is second to none. I think he probably got the best IQ in boxing. Like, this is just me. When it comes to Shakur Stevenson, I'm talking about just in the ring, being in the right space, know how to take the right angles, knowing what punch you go throw, knowing how to neglect that, knowing how to move in and move out. Now, of course, you're not gonna do that in every fight. You know what I mean? You're a human. But I think his brain is probably the best brain in boxing, and people can feel how they want to feel. Terrence Crawford told you he gave him the blueprint to beat Errol Spence. They came out and said it. He ain't say Bomac. He said Shakur Stevenson gave me the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it that way, and I just think Tank is just a different monster. So, you know, could Devin beat T.O.? Hell yeah. I won't say Devin can't beat T.O. You know what I'm saying? But I think T.O., you know, get that fight up out of Devin. It'd be a good ass fight though. You know what I'm saying? So to all the Devin Haney fanatics out there, I already know, man, Money Brown, you just a hater. This it's not me being a hater. This is my true assessment. This is what I've been saying, and I stick by my word. So until I see different, that's what you know I see in that ring.
Now, you know, we're gonna get into the Devin and Ryan Garcia fight in right now next, right? But as far as T.O. and Devin, right? If that fight is ever made, I got my money on Devin, and I'm gonna be hollering at you, Money. Be hollering at you if that fight is made. Now, do I think that fight is gonna be made? Nah. I don't think that T.O. is gonna fight none of those fighters no time soon. Like I said, Top Rank got a lot of money invested in him. They kind of see what T.O. is, what type of fighters he had problems with. And I think that we're not gonna see him against Devin no time soon. And when I say no time soon, I don't think no time within the next year and a half. I know we'll never see him against a fighter like Shakur. He will not fight no Shakur Stevenson. As far as Who else? Who else we got? I think the only fighter that we might be able to see him get in the ring with is Gervonta Davis, because Tank, he gonna make a lot of money with Tank, but that's all up to Tank and his team. You feel me? That's all up to Tank and his team. But other than that, I don't see him fighting none of those fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him fighting none of those fighters, and I think that he would take a Tank fight because of the money situation, the money, and I think that he'll take a Tank fight because he would think that Tank would go in there and be right in front of him and fight him fight him the style that he wants, right? Which I don't see Tank doing that. I see Tank would go in there and make Tio come to him, use his angles, slide out the back door, and outbox Tio until he walk him into a trap and knock his ass out. You know what I'm saying? And Tio definitely is not gonna fight no Matias. Just like one thing that Top Rank kept it real about last night. One thing that they kept it real about, the only thing they kept it real about, is when they talked about Teofimo Lopez and Matias. They said Tio basically waited. They tried to offer Matias a fight, knowing that he couldn't make that date because he was injured. And that's exactly what they did. They tried to offer Subriel Matias a February date when he was injured, and they knew he wasn't going to be able to make that date, instead of saying, okay, we'll fight in March. See, boxing is a lot of smoke and mirrors. Teofimo nor his team knew that they didn't want no parts of Subriel Matias. So what do? You say, okay, well, this is the date. You got to fight me on February the 8th, knowing that the man is injured. And he told him, well, we can't make that date because we injured right now. But, we can make such and such, and then you don't hear nothing from them. And then they come out and tell everybody, oh, we offered them and they ducked me. That shit is just for the media and the fans. He ain't going to fight him neither because it's too dangerous. And like I said, it's even too dangerous for Top Rank, all the money they have invested in Tio, to put him in there against somebody like a Matias. If he had problems with a C-level fighter in Campa before he got him out of there, what the fuck you think Matias gonna do to him? But anyway, man, Hayden in here talking about a David Tua. I don't know what this conversation got to do with David Tua, but all right. Yeah. Man, some of y'all just coming here and just, I don't know, man. But anyway, with all that being said, man, y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. Let's talk about this April the 20th fight, man. Let's talk about this April the 20th fight with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Man, one thing that I got to do, right, man, I got to take my hat off to Devin and Ryan Garcia. I got to take my hat off to Devin and Ryan Garcia because although Devin and Bill, they lie a lot. You know what I'm saying? They lie a lot. But Devin Haney is moving the needle. He's making these fights happen. When you look at the last 3 fights that he's had, Lomachenko, Regis Prograis, and now Ryan Garcia, I got to give him credit for that. He's moving the needle. He's bringing excitement. He's making fights that people want to see. You know what I'm saying? And I got to keep it a buck. I'm excited about this Ryan Garcia in Devin Haney fight. Like I said, I got to take my hat off to Ryan Garcia because he get a lot of slack. But Ryan Garcia proved that he actually is about what he talked and say he about. He tried to make a fight with Devin Haney. Floyd talked him out of it. Then he went and tried to make a fight with Rolly, another dangerous opponent. Even though Rolly is limited with his boxing skills, he's still a dangerous opponent, right? Then tried to make a fight with Pitbull. So he's trying to make fights with these names, with dangerous fighters. Now he come and he sold up a fight with Devin Haney, and he didn't just talk it. It was about what he said, right? So we got to take our hat off to both Devin and Ryan Garcia. And I like this fight because I know money ain't gonna like what I'm saying. A lot of y'all go, oh man, he just hating. It ain't no rehydration clauses. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's gonna be a different Ryan Garcia than you saw against Gervonta Davis. Now, granted, he let Tank Tank didn't even like now. If y'all listen to my video I came out with, Ryan Garcia told about what went down behind the scenes with Tank. He says Tank ain't the one that came up with that rehydration clause. Floyd did it. Floyd told him he did. Floyd was the one that came up with the catch weight, the rehydration clause, and everything. Because that was Floyd's bag. Floyd, that you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, Tank is not. I told y'all when that rehydration clause and all that shit came up, I said, oh yeah, that's some of Leonard Elby and Floyd doing. What Tank's doing? Tank would have never asked for no rehydration clause or none of that shit. But he agreed to it because he probably ain't had no choice. If Floyd and them come to him and say, okay, this is what we gonna do. It's gonna be a rehydration clause. You ain't gonna let this motherfucker come in big and fight you. We putting the rehydration clause in this motherfucker, Tank. Tank is like, all right, bet. And we gonna make this motherfucker fight you at your weight. We you know what I'm saying? He talking about we gonna make this motherfucker fight at 136. We gonna give him 1 pound. And the motherfucker, he gonna take it because he ain't got no choice, Tank. All right. That's basically how that shit happened. Okay, bet. Right? If he gonna accept it, he gonna accept it. So that shit was all Floyd's doing. And Ryan said it. Ryan said it wasn't Tank, it was Floyd that agreed to that, right? So it is what it is. Ryan Garcia let Floyd Mayweather walk him into a trap because his back was up against the wall, or he felt his back was up against the wall. And yes, he wasn't 100%. Now, am I saying that Tank couldn't have beat him at 100%? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, yeah, that weight cut did affect him. Him having that rehydration clause on him did affect him. He was not the same fighter. But the great thing I like about this, man, what the hell you got going on? The great thing I like about this fight is that we don't have to worry about none of that in this fight. And I'm telling y'all, I guarantee y'all, we're going to get a different Ryan Garcia than we got in that Tank fight. He's going to be at full force. He's going to be 100%. Well, you know, just as long as neither fighter suffer an injury in training camp, knock on wood. But it's going to be a different fighter. And for those who think that Devin Haney is going to walk through Ryan Garcia because of what they saw Ryan Garcia look like in that Tank fight, I guarantee you it ain't going to play out like that. Now, I can't guarantee you because I ain't the one in their fight. Let me take that back. But I highly doubt it's not going to play out like that. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a different fight. It's going to be a different fight. And Devin Haney is going to have problems. Now, could Devin go in there and outbox Ryan? Yeah, I could definitely see that. But I also can see Ryan going in there and knocking his ass out or hurting him. I think it's good. I think this is a great fight. It's a 50-50 fight, a fight that could go either way. Also, Ryan has a great corner. He has Derrick James And man, they're gonna have a great game plan. Like I said, man, and one thing touching on what Money said, he said that Devin liked to fight. Yeah, he do at point in time. But I think when he feel that power that Ryan got, he gonna get on that motherfucking back foot and he gonna start boxing. It's gonna be a different fight than you saw in the Regis Prograis fight because Ryan is tall. You know what I'm saying? He can match arm reach with Devin. And Ryan has underrated defense. Ryan's defense is getting a lot better. Ryan got a good jab. And we know what Devin can do well, right? Devin got a very good jab. Devin uses his legs real well. And man, I like this fight. It's a 50-50 fight. If people talking about that Ryan Garcia is a supermodel and an Instagram, okay. I think that Ryan got a lot to prove in this fight, and he's going to prove a lot of people wrong by the performance that he put on in this fight. It's going to surprise a lot of y'all, and I'm going to stand on that. Money, go ahead and cook on this.
Yeah. Damn notification that was popping up came through the phone, Key?
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, I've been saying the same thing about Ryan and Devin, man. Now, I don't know what the hell, you bringing up the Tank situation got to do with this Devin and Ryan thing. I mean, Tank did what he did to the man, hit the man.
Well, I'm saying I think that Ryan going to be a different fighter.
What you said, let me finish, cuz. No, just bullshit. No, but, I just, just don't, because, I just had a situation with this man, contender regime boxing about this same situation. Like, look, it's okay to promote this fight as Ryan and Devin. You know what I mean? Tank did what he did to the man. We're not talking about what they agreed to, the contract clauses, the weight clauses, this and that and this and all that. Don't discredit Tank winning over Ryan Garcia to big up no Devin Haney. That ain't what we doing here. But the fight is a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? I respect this fight on all levels, bro. You know what I mean? What I was telling people is, look, this is the same fight that Devin had been chasing before Tank and Ryan was fighting because they make it as if, Tank went to pick Tank went to pick Ryan because Ryan was the weakest link in this. No, man, Tank and Ryan was building that fight up before Devin name even came in a picture, bro. So, like, if y'all not going to do y'all history and know what's going on behind the scenes, quit opening up y'all mouth. But with Devin and Ryan, bro, they had a history as well. They had a amateur history, right? They know each other for a long time now. And now they grown up, and now they finna get into the ring, and they finna get this shit on. Respect them to the max, bro. Respect them to the max. Did Floyd try to hate on the fight? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Did Floyd try to hate on the fight and make Ryan and Rolly over Devin and Ryan? Yes, he did. But why did he do it? Because Bill Haney was hating on Floyd, Devin Haney was hating on Floyd, and Floyd wanted to show them that I'll fuck y'all bag up. And that's what Floyd always do. I'll show you that I'll fuck your money up. I'll fuck your bag up quick. You know what I'm saying? When you disrespect me. But just so happened, the fight with Rolly and Ryan fell through. And, the boxing universe brought Ryan and Devin back. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, Keith, respect the both of them for not having a diva role and saying, look, man, fuck you, I ain't fighting you, nigga. You could have just fought me. You ran over there on this thing. Good business is good business at the end of the day. They know they're going to make some good-ass money with each other. This going to be Devin's biggest payday, right? We know it ain't going to be Ryan's biggest payday because he made his biggest payday, but he's going to make a big payday going up against Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to both of them because they finna make millions on millions. And it's going to be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, even if it was at 135, I always said Ryan is going to surprise y'all when he fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of y'all, like I said, they look at him. Now, I favor Devin to win. I do. I favor Devin to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? But I know what Ryan Garcia can do to this man if Devin sit his ass down and fight. Like I say, his defense is not what people think it is when he's not using them legs. When he sit down and fight, Devin is susceptible to get hit by a fast counterpuncher like Ryan Garcia. And I tell him this all the time, Keith. Ryan don't aim for the chin because motherfuckers always trying to protect the chin. He aim for the temple, bro. That's the shit Sugar Ray Leonard. And if you pay attention to Sugar Ray Leonard, listen to Sugar Ray, he'll tell you. When you fighting a defensive fighter, don't aim for the jaw, aim for the head. You know what I'm saying? Catch their ass right on top of their head, hit them on the temple. Now, they say you can risk hurting your hand, right? But if you hit them on that right spot, you go open their ass up. You know what I mean? The words of the great Sugar Ray Leonard. Boy, Money Brown know what shit, don't he? But when we sitting up there and we look at Ryan hit a lot of them dudes on their fucking temple key, and he knocked their equilibrium off. And if he knock your equilibrium off, his ass know how to finish, bro. Ryan Garcia know how to finish. So if you out there bullshit and you slip up, I mean, hey, it can get ugly out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this is a hell of a fight, bro. It's a hell of a fight for boxing. It's gonna be a hell of a talk fest. We know for a fact Bill go talk his ass off. Ryan can talk his ass off. You know what I'm saying? They might get Derrick James to talking a little bit. Who knows how this shit gonna turn out to be? But it's a hell of a thing, and it's a hell of a fight for boxing, bro. So this is a damn, man. I'm sorry, Key. This is a hell of a fight for boxing, bro. This is the type of shit right here, Key, that when you say, will Abdullah Mason get his opportunities? These type of fights will get him his opportunity. You know what I mean? If we can continue to get these dudes to step in the ring with each other like this, these are the type of fights that'll make motherfuckers say, look here, man, we supposed to get to the top and face each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to do, get to the top and face each other. So, you know, as long as they continue going down this route, man, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. We'll see what this year got to bring, you know, but if they continue to go down the route of making the best versus the best out there, right? Because I'm quite sure, you know, the Devin Haney fanatics out there, the ones that said Ryan wasn't this and want that, he finna become the best now since he's facing Ryan. I mean, since he's finna take on Devin. So if they continue to make the best versus the best out there and make these type of fights happen, it's gonna be good for the future for the up and coming fighters that's coming behind them. You know what I mean? That's how you make a statement. But you know, it's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro. It's gonna be on pay-per-view. So somebody said not promoted on pay-per-view. You listen, it's pay-per-view, man. We know that already. You ain't even gotta think about that shit. You paying $79.99 for this goddamn fight. I'm gonna tell you right now. But you know, it's gonna be a good one, bro. It's gonna be competitive though. Like you say though, if you slip up, if Devin slip up, which I don't think he gonna slip up on his boxing shit, because Devin is a hell of a fighter. Stay inside the gym, don't drink, don't smoke, and his ass be on point in the ring. I just question his gas tank, bro. When you force his ass to fight, I question the gas tank. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it play out.
Yeah, man. Devin definitely gonna fight different than what you see him fight against Regis. He was able to kind of like move and stay in the pocket and pick Regis off because Regis couldn't close that distance. He ain't gonna be that with Ryan. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to be on that back foot with Ryan because, like I said, you got the size difference. And when Money was saying that you know Ryan aims at the temple, Devin is a tall fighter, so he can afford to aim at the temple against Ryan. When we seen, I mean, he can afford to aim at the temple against Devin because Devin is tall. When we seen Ryan Garcia trying to do that with Tank, he had problems because Tank is short, and you don't fight a short fighter like that. He aiming at the temple against Tank, and Tank is already low to the ground, so Tank was just weaving under that shit and coming up, right? We seen the same thing when Ryan fought that dude Tego. Tego was a short fighter. He aiming at the temple and he kept missing against Tego. But like I said, certain styles make fights. And I think this is a great style. This is a clash of styles, but it's a great fight. Great styles coming together. And I think we're gonna see a great fight, man. PLG Ski, bro. Chill, dog. Every time somebody says anything that had to do with Tank, PLG Ski, he going all the way off the hinges. Chill, bro. We just talking about, man. But like I said, certain styles make certain fights. And what I seen with Ryan is Ryan have a problem with shorter fighters because, like you said, he aim at the temple with a lot of his shit. You know what I'm saying? So shorter fighters are always going to give Ryan a problem. But man, I love this fight, man. I love this fight. Ryan got power and he's very fast. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan, man, he pretty strong too. Ryan is strong because Oscar Duarte was strong as hell, and he was able to sit in the middle of the ring with Oscar Duarte, and Oscar Duarte couldn't move him back. You know what I'm saying? When Ryan went into that motherfucking Garcia, that goddamn egg roll, when Ryan went into that egg roll, Duarte couldn't push him back.
I don't know what the fuck that was. It went to an egg roll.
That fucking egg roll, Duarte couldn't push him back, man.
and kept turning his back, bro. I say, Ryan, how you gonna keep turning your back on that man? Then get mad when he hit you in the back.
Floyd told me my shoulder roll was good. I bet Floyd did tell you that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I bet Floyd did tell you that shit.
Oh, I can see Floyd now. Your shoulder roll. I mean, man,
keep doing it. If you gonna fight Rolly, make sure you keep doing it. That was a perfect shoulder roll.
I see you did it, boy. You look like me out there, boy. You hit him with that shoulder roll and you turned your motherfucking back like no, that's exactly what you do. Keep turning your back, boy. Lying like a motherfucker. Get that boy in the ring with Rolly.
Yeah, lying to his ass to get him to go right in there with Rolly and try that motherfucking egg roll he was doing.
Right, you know what I'm saying? No,
and Ryan actually that Ryan had the nerve enough to say, man, if Floyd told me, man, my shoulder roll was good, so that's all I need to hear.
Right.
That bro, you gonna get the hell on with that shit.
Derek James told that motherfucker, listen, boy, don't you listen to that shit. Don't do that shit no more.
Don't do that shit no more. I listen to everything Derek gotta say. The only thing that me and Derek disagree on is my shoulder roll.
Right.
You better listen to Derek.
But boy, your shit Andre Berto.
Luckily, he don't gotta worry about doing no shoulder roll against somebody like Devin, because Devin don't possess the power to make Ryan want to ball up and do an egg roll. You know what I'm saying?
Can you remember Berto was trying to do that shit? Oh man,
Berto got his ass, man, against what's his name? Against Robert Guerrero, man.
Berto, and then keep making that ugly ass face, sticking his lip out.
Yeah, man. He beat the motherfucking shoulders off of motherfucking Robert Guerrero beat the shoulders off of his ass when he was trying to do that shit.
I say, man,
like it was yesterday, man. I'm like, man, what the fuck is Berto doing? But yeah, man, I'm excited about this fight, man. That's why I said that Devin is moving the needle, man. I got to give it to him right now. He moving the needle, you know. He could have went and fought a Sandor Martin, but he moving the needle. So he doing what he have to do to become a superstar. This is a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. It ain't gonna be no A-side, there ain't gonna be none of that shit. They both gonna go in there, man, and they both landed all on the line. And this is the type of shit that we need to continue seeing in boxing. Right. I'm continue to say it, man.
I'm gonna give Ryan all the credit so I can just piss them off. Shouts out to Ryan for coming back and giving Devin the opportunity as the B side to get back in the ring with him, give him a shot to make his biggest payday in his career.
Man. Yeah, I love it, man. But before we get up out of here real quick, I got about 20 more minutes.
All right.
I want to touch on Shakur Stevenson. He turned down a contract that Top Rank offered him. Top Rank offered him $15 million over the span of 5 fights. Now, you had a lot of people. I made a video about this, right? You had a lot of clowns that come up under my comments talking about, oh, Shakur is not going to never get that much money. He should have never turned that down. You had Rick Blazer, old decrepit ass, talking about, oh, Shakur made the biggest mistake of his career, right? He made the biggest mistake of his career. He's not going to see this type of money. First of all, Shakur Stevenson is if y'all know how to count for the ones that was in my comments, that's $3 million a fight, right? Shakur Stevenson is already making that or more. He made $4 million his last fight. The fight before that, he made $3.5 million, right? Those are guaranteed. That's what he made guaranteed. So why the hell am I going to lock myself in to a 5-fight deal with y'all over a span of no telling how long they stretch them 5 fights out, right? I'm going to lock myself in the deal. Now I'm only fighting once a year probably. Because remember what happened to Bud? When Bud was like, man, I'm getting $4 million a year. Man, Bud get money, man. Bud is going to get more money than he getting more guaranteed money than all the rest of these fighters. And then what Bob Arum do? Had Bud fight once a year all of a sudden. Before Bud got that contract, he would fight 3 times a year. All of a sudden, Bud only fighting once a year. What you think they're going to do to Shakur? Shakur was going to be sitting over there, locked into that motherfucking contract, making $3 million for the next 5 years. And you got motherfuckers running around talking about he shouldn't have turned it down. He absolutely should have turned it down. So he turned it down, and they tried to play Shakur. They tried to play him. Why would you put a ceiling on yourself? Right? You go into Gervonta Davis, you mess around and get a tank fight. And I'm not even saying that he gonna get a tank fight, but I'm just saying you mess around and get a tank fight. Now you locked into a contract to where you only get $3 million. Now that's guaranteed. But now you only get 6% of the pay-per-view because you stuck in this top-ranked contract. Not because you got a ceiling on yourself. Because you didn't mess around and let them talk you into signing a bullshit-ass contract. And like I said, you signing a contract for the next 5 fights, you know that you're going to be making the same shit, less than what you already been making. Less than what you already been making. See, what they did to Shakur is they say, okay, well, Shakur, he's feeling vulnerable right now. You know, he listening to what these fans is saying about him and the media is saying because he came off a bad fight, his last fight. We're going to take advantage of that right now. We're going to put this bullshit ass offer on the table. And we're going to see if he bite on it. We're going to see if they bite on it. Because we want to make it like, oh, well, don't nobody want to fight you. You ain't going to get no big fights. So you might as well sign this contract and see they think they slick. And when Shakur, when he spoke on, it wasn't just the Navarrete fight why I made the comments that I made about retiring. It's a lot of shit that was going on behind the scenes that I can't talk about. Now we know what was going on behind the scenes, right? These promoters, they dirty. You know what I'm saying? They dirty. They probably had a lot to do why Shakur Stevenson didn't get that Navarrete fight. We're going to make sure that he don't get that fight. So when we offer him this contract, we can be like, look, ain't no fight, Shakur. You ain't going to be able to get no fights. So you might as well sign this $3 million deal because it ain't going to be nothing better. But see, they played themselves because Shakur and the team that he had with him, they ain't no dummies. Now Shakur is doing exactly what he's supposed to do, become a free agent. All that shit that the fans is talking, that don't mean nothing. The fans ain't in these offices making these deals go down. And you better believe that these promoters, they want Shakur on their roster. They want a fighter like Shakur on their roster for sure. Thank Father, who said it was a real offer? I said it. You heard it from me. The offer that you heard, it wasn't a rumor. Shakur Stevenson got offered 5 fights, $15 million. I'm telling you. Don't ask me how I know. Just leave it at that. It's true. It was 1,000% true. And I'm going to leave it at that. But, yeah, he turned that shit down just like he should have. And they tried to play him like he was a fool. But, and OTB, what's happening with a salute? Money, you go ahead and cook on it.
No doubt. OTB was going down, bro.
Man, ain't nobody supporting today. But go ahead.
Man, y'all show some love, man. I feel like you feel, Key. Ain't no way you go, like you say, but this goes back to what you was telling people at first. Motherfuckers calling you a liar when you say Shakur was getting $3 million a fight anyway with the Devin Haney shit. When they saying you want to get it. So now it all add up still, but they trying to give him another 5-fight, $15 million deal. So he outgrew that shit. That's all it is, man. You level up, period. You know what I mean? We had a nice run with Top Rank. I appreciate y'all for everything y'all did for me. You got me to a 2 division world champion, a former unified world champion, the champion right now at the 135-pound division. I'm gonna give y'all last fight, then we go split ways, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna stay stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Your whole motherfucking career to where, oh, if I'm making $3 million now I'm gonna continue to make $3 million going forward. Like I say, keep for the next however many years. No, it don't work like that, bro. No, I don't work like that. So he's doing the best thing because once you go have a pay-per-view fight, that Al Heyman system is the system that you want. That's it right there. Where you getting that motherfucker back end money, the money that they want to recuperate. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of them paying attention to that. They seeing what Ryan and Tank just did. Oh, 30 million, 50 million. Oh yeah, we got to try to, get some of that. And I think that's what they're looking at to become, their own promoter. Go do these deals with these. Even if you do work with a promotion company, go half and half with them, or go in as your own promoter and be willing to stand 10 toes down behind it. So they're just looking at the business aspect of it, man. Like you say, he got Jay Prince over there. He got a strong team, so they not gonna get screwed over. You know what I mean? That's just not gonna happen. So I respect Shakur on that level, bro. We just outgrew it. He's ready to move on, and he's ready to take his career in his own hands, bro. And I can respect that to the utmost. A lot of people out there stay talking about what he's not going to get, this and that. Y'all don't know how that man career go play out. You feel me? Quit just listening to people or thinking y'all know what the fuck happening. You feel me? So for Top Rank to offer another $15 million for 5 fights, somebody gonna want to fight his ass. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, stop talking about what his career ain't gonna be, what he ain't gonna make, or because your little favorite fighter getting a couple dollars right now don't mean he ain't gonna reach the point to where he get what's deserving of him. After he put the hard work in and get to where he got to get to. So I respect that on so many levels, man. Believe in yourself, bro. That's all he's doing, taking a chance on himself and believing in himself. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I respect him to the utmost for, saying, look here, man, I respect y'all for what y'all did for me, but I'm out the door now, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm out the door. And, from now on, I'm going to, depend on my team to go out here and make these fights happen. And we're going to do what we got to do. Because like you say, Key, if that fight with Tank come up, money in the bank, dog. You know what I'm saying? Money in the bank. So go ahead, depend on yourself, bet on yourself, and I wish you nothing but the best, man.
KQ, yeah, we did cover Abdullah Mason. We covered Abdullah Mason already earlier in the show. But yeah, man, now we're not saying that Top Rank might not come back with a much better offer. You know what I'm saying? That's just the first offer that they came at Shakur with. So they could come back with a much better offer. But I'll let you know like this. Shakur's a free agent. And he going to be talking to everybody. Now, one thing that I have a question, the only question that I have, right, is if you look at the history, we've never seen a fighter be managed by Jay Prince and have and be under the PBC banner at the same time. Any fighter that Jay Prince have managed was with Top Rank, except for Andre Ward when he did a couple fights with Rock Nation. Other than that, you've never seen a PBC fighter. You've never seen a Jay Prince fighter work with the PBC. Never happened before. And if it has, I don't know about it. Shakur, I asked him, and he couldn't name me a fighter, right? So with that being said, a lot of people saying that, well, if he signed with the PBC, he gonna have to leave Jay Prince. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the only big question I have, because we know he ain't gonna sign with motherfucking Golden Boy. We know he not gonna sign with Matchroom. So the only question I have, so we know that PBC is the only next option, right? So I have 2 questions with PBC. Will he have to leave Jay Prince? Another question I have is not even a question, is a concern, is that, yeah, you're going to get money with the PBC once they start putting you on pay-per-views, and not even that, just putting you on, main cards, main events, right? You're going to start getting that bag. But a concern is that you don't want to be sitting on the shelf and only fighting once a year with the PBC. Yeah, you getting the bag, but you're at the point of your career where you don't want them having you only fight once a year. And that's a problem with the PBC. I don't want to see Shakur go over there, and then he only fight once a year. So I would think, right, if he did go with the PBC, he would have something in his contract to where he have, he has to at least get, 2 fights a year, where he got it in his contract to where I at least got to fight 2 times a year, 3 times at most, right? So I think that, he got the right people around him that's going to, cross all their T's and dot all their I's. They're going to have things in order. What's going to happen with the situation with Jay Prince, I hear people behind the scenes, a lot of people tell me that Jay Prince and Al Heyman, they don't F with each other. Jay Prince and Al Heyman don't F with each other. I don't know how true that is, but I ain't never seen them do no business together. So, I mean, you can take that how you want it. Now, I know that Shakur Stevenson's fiance or wife, she signed to Jay Prince. So it's just a whole lot of, conflict going on when you think about him going to the PBC. Would I like him to go to PBC? Man, wherever he gonna get the most money at, that's gonna give him the best deal and where we can see the best fights. That's my main concern. His concern is gonna be, his money. My main concern as a fan is like where he gonna go to be able to, get the biggest and best fights. So, man, it's gonna be some hard decisions for him to make. What you got on that?
I agree with everything you're saying, Key. We touched on this before about what we think about Jay Prince and things of that nature. One thing you can't fuck up is the business. You know what I'm saying? If it make business, it makes sense. If Al Heyman can do business with motherfuckers who tried to sue him and get him out the game, and Al Heyman and Oscar De La Hoya and names like that, then I'm quite sure you and Jay Prince can put y'all differences to the side and talk about what's going on with Shakur and if Tank happened. You finna say something, Key?
I was just gonna say real quick, Jay Bean. Drake is not signed with Drake is not signed with Jay Prince. Jay Prince Jr., he's the one that discovered Drake, but Drake don't have nothing to do with Jay Prince right now. That was like when Drake was first starting his career. You know what I'm saying? Drake don't, so because Jermaine Bean said Drake do business with Al Heyman, so I don't know. Yeah, Drake and Jay Prince don't have nothing to do with each other. So as far as now, so that don't mean anything. But go ahead, Money.
Yeah,
Jay Prince is specs. Jay Prince is no longer involved with Drake. That's some shit that was way in the beginning of Drake's career because Jay Prince Jr. discovered Drake. That's no longer a factor now.
Jazz Prince. Yeah, Jazz Prince, not Junior. Yeah, but either way,
Jazz Prince.
Like you say, it don't have nothing to do with this boxing situation, man. So when it comes down to it, it's gonna be what Shakur want, man. You gotta do what's best for Shakur Stevenson. And like I said, if this dude can put his differences aside with somebody who tried to sue his ass, then you can put your differences to the side and make the business happen with, Jay Prince. So because it ain't gonna be about them, it's gonna be about the fighters at the time. Whatever business y'all got, a little difference y'all got, y'all gotta put that shit to the side, man. When we talking about a big time pay-per-view fight that the fans saying they want and it's hot at the moment and it's gonna make X amount of millions. I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. Whatever. Little personal beef, y'all can handle that on y'all own time. But this our money for our family. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to feed y'all at the same time. So, you know what I mean? Y'all better make that happen. So, we'll see when that time take place. But like you said, though, we never seen, you brought that to my knowledge as well, to where, they really did business with each other like that. So, we'll see in the future how that play out. But one thing we do know is Shakur is done with Top Rank. So, with Jay Prince, that can be a family situation. Seems like you like Jay Prince. The business they do, the protection behind it, so we'll see how that turn out. Like I be trying to tell people, man, Shakur ain't no square dude. You know what I mean? He ain't like that dude. That dude grew up in Newark, New Jersey, bro. That's one of toughest cities in the world, and he done seen murders and all type of shit. So y'all can take that little smile for a little square dude if you want to. That dude seen some stuff, man. So people be like, why is he with Jake Prince and why he's with this and with that? Because the dude grew up in the streets. I mean, a lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't grew up in the streets, so y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. So I can respect that on all levels. So when you got that protection there to get you in and out of certain places and things like that, you be okay with that. So we'll just see how that play out. For us, his bag, he better not let Jay Prince or nobody else get in the way of making millions to feed your daughter. So we'll see how it goes.
And maybe he might just do like a 1 or 2 fight deal, you know what I'm talking about? To where he got in his contract, I got to get these 2 fights within a year, and then I'm a free agent again. Maybe he might do something like that. But yeah, locking the motherfucker in for 5 years and giving me $15 million when I'm already making that or more per fight, nah, I'm good. So yeah, man, I got to get ready to wrap it up, man. Are you going on tonight?
I don't know, bro.
Okay. Man, salute to everybody in the building. Make sure that y'all smash the like button if y'all haven't hit the like button. Yeah, we got a lot of things that's going on in boxing. Let's see how all this stuff play out. I didn't know that Anthony Yarde fought tomorrow. I had no idea. Did you know that, Money?
Yeah.
Say it again, Key.
I didn't know that Anthony Yarde fought tomorrow. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna look for that. See who he fighting. I had appreciate you letting me know that, Teach. Diana, the queen in the building. Much blessings. She always come through and support. Much blessings to you, Diana. But yeah, man, I'm gonna see what that Yarde fight talking about. I had no idea, didn't know nothing about it. But I appreciate everybody coming through, showing love. KQ. Make sure that y'all check out Knockout and KQ on Sunday. And man, we out. Any last words before we get out of here?
No, we out, man. Y'all just keep supporting my brother, man. Show some love. And I mean, this was a 2-hour stream, man. Y'all got to start showing a little more love, man. This was a lot of information y'all got. You know what I mean? So show some support. KQ, what's going down? You know what I mean? But I might be going on tonight, bro. But just keep grinding. I'm gonna hit you behind the scenes.
Okay. I appreciate y'all. Much blessings. And we out. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And we gone.